a better daughter, we would all do them, like right now. But if I told you this had nothing to do with anyone except yourself, it would be tricky to get you here, or to do those things. So I really want to encourage you to take today for you, and that it will encourage you in other areas of your life. Um, okay, so this next activity that we're going to do, and this is something you can add to your sacred space. This is something you can do with kids. Usually when we're at a retreat together, we are outside in the sunshine, we've got some music on, we're painting this beautiful silk, and we're writing on it the words that we are wanting to bring into our life. So love, sex, joy, kindness, pregnancy, strength, all the things, right? So we have our, can you grab me another example of this, Tara? Because this one's done. Just like an empty example of this. Thanks. Oh, Courtney, show me yours. Yes, perfect. Okay. So if you guys can see Courtney's, so that's one that we did at a retreat. And so essentially you have this silk, although we didn't paint on this together. Oh, good. Courtney, are you? Oh, we're trying to share your screen so people can see it. But we can't share your screen. So we're just going to have to look like that. Someone else is Angel's holding up hers. Someone else is, Kim's holding up hers in the back. So I know for myself, you know, often in stressful times, when I think of something I'm going to reach for when things are stressful, I think of food. I think of, you know, I do a lot of this, like, you know, I wring my hands. I, you know, maybe start looking at my phone and engaging in social media in a way that I'm not super proud of. But if we have something, like an actual thing that sits at our sacred space to remind us of our strength and our power, we have that. And instead of grabbing the food, the wine, listen, I love food, I love wine, we should all have all of the things, the ice cream. But if you're looking for something to grab, just to kind of like, you know, this is it, having this it can be a really wonderful way of connecting. So I just want to read this quick explanation that makes more sense than mine. Or it's one and the same. Power sticks are ritual instruments to focus and direct energy. They've been used by healers all over the world for blessings, cleansing energy, and directing power. Used with intention, dedication, concentration, and trust in the power of the universe. So we are literally making a magic wand with our intentions, and we're going to tie up our stick in whatever way you want. You know, sort of like this. My silk is a little bit short for this project. I'm not sure what happened here, but I'm just going to tie it small, and I'm going to put my words underneath. And listen, I'm putting my words underneath because I don't necessarily always trust who's looking at whatever I'm doing. And, you know, I'm still in that category that we just talked about of what fears I have. And mine sometimes is people seeing me. And so people seeing me means, you know, sometimes seeing what my plans are, and I don't want them to be doused. So we're going to take a moment. You're going to write down the superpowers you are bringing into your life in this moment. And from there, you're going to wrap it in the silk. You're going to add it to your sacred space. And when we're done, if anyone wants to talk about it, If people don't, that's cool too. But I really, really want to encourage you to take the moment to write down what it is that, you know, that is inspiring you in your personal growth today.
So we write only one thing, or we can write as many as we want?
Sex, love, joy,
Okay.
strength, confidence. And we're just gonna have a tiny bit of music while people do.
Yeah, are we supposed to write on the stick? Is that the idea?
Sorry?
Yes.
Are we supposed to write on the stick? Is that what,
Yeah.
what the idea is? I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, right on the stick, and then you're gonna wrap it with your silk over the word.
Okay, I get it, I think.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have that at your sacred space so that you can have something that you look at to remind you of your strength. The strength you want, the strength you have. For many of us, we have that strength. We just need to have a place to catch it, to capture it.
Leah,
Yeah.
is this my silk or is this my silk? I got two. I got tie-dye and then I've got this. I got two.
Okay, let me show you the difference.
It's the thin one.
Okay.
The thin one is the silk.
Okay.
The thick one is the Sisterhood bundle one, which we're going to get to after.
Yes, thank you. I forgot. Thank you.
No problem. But I mean, you could, if you really like it for that, you could use it for that too. Like, no right way. So as you guys are finished, I'd love for you guys, whoever's comfortable, to just tell us what it is, what you wrote down, what your superpower is going to be.
I put love, strength, and trust because I need to trust people that, you know, when I'm vulnerable, it's okay.
Totally. Totally, totally.
I messed up.
Oh,
I messed up my thing and I wrote on this. Oops. But I wrote drive, focus, authenticity, and self-confidence.
only you saw yourself the way that we do, Megan. Tell you.
And not just us, the whole world.
Yeah.
Megan's a superhero. Full and
Courtney, I saw you talking. Oh.
Okay. I put
sorry.
love and sex and powerful because I am powerful no matter what anybody has to say. I rock. Nobody can bring me down. And then sex because I love sex and I haven't had it in a month and the boyfriend's going to give it to me because or I'll take it. and then I love like everybody, like freaking everybody. So that's what I put. And then I left a little tie so then I can attach it to my other power stick.
Amazing.
I just have the little one. I don't have a big
fucking inspiration, Courtney. Your libido is an inspiration to us old bitches that are tired.
You're not tired.
Only myself because I can call myself a bitch because I'm fine with that.
I can come and visit you and bring you a few things and like you can bring that shit up.
How do you mute Courtney? Mute Courtney. Elizabeth, I saw you holding yours up. I can't see it because I'm blind as shit.
I put in, as you know, I started a mental health journey last year. So I put recovery and wellness for my mental health with confidence and patience.
Yeah.
to continue the shitty journey that is mental health recovery.
It is. There's nothing fun about mental health recovery, and it is shitty shit. And I'm proud of you every day that I see you post about your mental health journey, about your recovery from COVID. And I imagine that being anxiety provoking as a mental health, I call us all mental health survivors. So like, you've got this shit, you know that.
If we could just get my taste and smell back, that would be great.
Right?
I just want to taste my poutine.
I guess it depends. If you're on like beside someone stinky, I feel like you don't want the sense of smell.
Work has gotten a lot easier, I have to say. I don't care about the stinky care anymore, but I definitely miss smelling the things that are nice and smelling and tasting the things that taste good. It comes and goes. I just had like some kielbasa and it tasted like, I don't even want to say it because it was disgusting.
We can imagine what you are saying.
Girl, I love you, but don't ruin kielbasa for me, please. Please.
No. Who's anyone else want to share what's on theirs?
I wrote power.
Yeah, Sarah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. Hi. I put down love, friendships, trust, faith, sisterhood, good health, happy baby, to stay strong, to be a positive role model, and to be an inspiration to others.
Wow. That's awesome. That's great. I think, you know, friendship and sisterhood is, I think as adults, it sometimes is really hard to do adult friendships and to know, you know, I have two speeds. I talk about the weather or my sexual trauma. Like, I don't really necessarily know how to interact with like people. So I try to, but it makes it hard sometimes to make friends when the first thing you start talking about is something very intense and deep and you think you're just, you know, sharing and maybe you're not ready for it. So, you know, definitely we are all learning that. And Sarah, I'm so glad that we're friends and that surrogacy or not, you know, you're stuck with me.
Yes.
Stuck with me.
This.
My Justin Bieber reference for those of you that don't know.
Well, I wrote on mine connection, friendship, strength, trust, pregnancy, sex, confidence, and love.
Amazing, Julie. I'm inspired by your strength. Having gone through a second trimester loss is never easy. And the way that you were able to navigate that and trust your body and allow yourself the opportunity to grieve and to also support your intended mom was really everything to watch. And those other pieces, we're just going to spend the last bottom of this year, this fucking crazy 2020, you know, focusing. So in the morning when we go to where our sacred space is to catch our breath, you know, sometimes it's like a prayer, you know, sometimes it's, you know, I've really sat there and banged mine on the ground because it's just been a shit day. And other times it's, you know, it just sits there and it's just like a small reminder. Is there anyone else that wanted to share their?
Yeah.
Okay, Meenin.
I put down easygoing, understanding sex goddess.
Yes. Bring it on, Meenin. Bring it on. Bring it on in.
I'll go. I wrote power, confidence, love, perseverance, because I'm going to school, trust, and faith.
Amazing. As we write these things down, they're, you know, someone asked just for a brief description. We're writing down a superpower that we have, that we want to keep, that we've worked really hard to get, that we're trying to get. And then we're wrapping it in the silk that was painted. Typically we painted together, but that was painted prior. to, that seals it. It sort of seals it into the wood. And then we just keep it on our space as just a reminder of who we are in these moments, in the clarity, not in the shitty interaction we had with the person tailgating us, not with the shitty interaction we had with our kid who was being a complete jerk, not with the shitty interaction we had with the CRA agent who told us how much our taxes were when we have no money to pay them. But in these moments, surrounded by women who we love and are loved by us. Those dreams that we're setting in this fucking 25-cent piece of wood. That's what's real. The other things are not real. These moments, these things, these are real. So welcome everyone to the first item that you'll place in your sacred space. Is there any last person that wanted to go? Oh,
I'll go.
I don't know how that is.
Me.
Christy.
Hi, I put success and peace. I'm doing some training for my job and excited to be able to support women that have had birth trauma and postpartum depression and the implications on that in relationships. So in the first year after birth, to go along with my doula career. So I would like success in that, but it's not success for me. It's success for my future clients to be able to heal and overcome those things. And peace in my life right now, going through a lot of things. And so I would love some peace in some areas.
And literally in my mind, all I can think of, and for those of you, and I'm not a churchgoer right now, but the thing that keeps coming to my mind with all of you saying peace, and Christy, especially you being, a pastor's wife and, pastor's daughter and the people, and so if you ever went to a Catholic church, when people say, and peace be with you, and the person says, and also with you. And so may peace be with all of you, as we are in just a turbulent, heavy time with COVID and, financial downturns and us in situations of homeschooling and different things. So, peace be with you, Christy. Love you, girl.
Thank you. And also with you. Love you too.
I know other people have their hands up, but Susan, I didn't even know you were on here. Where are you?
Can you see me yet?
I see you now. Yeah.
So mostly Leah knows that I'm definitely not into this retreat stuff at all.
Me neither. What the fuck is this hippie bullshit?
But I definitely, as Roycine knows, and a couple of the other surrogates know that I really need it today. So, so I did this, and I wrote down things that I know that people always tell me that I am, and I believe them, which is why I continue to do it. So my things are honest, truthful, accepting, positive, strong, open, and most importantly, for my own brand, badass. So I will wrap this and I will put it on my sacred space that I am just starting today.
Amazing. And listen, guys, if you've got a 9-year-old girl's birthday coming up, you go to the dollar store, you buy some glitter because you put glitter on it, makes it, we're making these magic power sticks. Get a big piece of, doesn't have to be silk, it can be a fucking pillowcase. It doesn't, a sheet, a cheap sheet, whatever it is. Let's instill these things. And I say girl because I have 5 daughters, for those of you that don't know. Our kids. I just think girls are more into that stuff, but I could be wrong. And, allowing our daughters to be able to say when someone says, hey, tell me about yourself. Oh, let me tell you, I'm fucking amazing. I'm a badass. you know, and the person's going to go, oh, 8-year-old, really? That's the language you're using? And they're going to go, yeah, like I'm the fucking best. You know, we want to inspire people. We want to inspire children. We want to inspire people in our lives. You know, we're scared because we don't want people to think we're braggers. So people say, humble brag. No, I want to hear how fucking amazing your life is, ladies. Like, let's brag about how awesome we are. We forget that. Like, we really, really do. And so as we're inspiring ourselves with this and we're going to set it on our shelf, let's not let it just sit there and collect dust. Let's remind ourselves of what we wrote underneath this cloth. Because we don't have to tell everyone, because we've already told ourselves and the universe. And that's it. Those are the only, and each other, you know, people that we trust, that we can be vulnerable with. We can say, you know, I'm writing down sex goddess. I'm writing down patience. I'm writing down understanding. I'm writing down forgiveness, you know, which is a big one for lots of us. Yonette, I see your name is up. Girl, where are you?
Hello, everybody. So I wrote down, sorry if you can't hear me pumping. I wrote down God first.
Yeah.
Love, strength, health, compassion. I also wrote down badass, power, and I wrote down my name because I am my own damn superpower. That's how I feel.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So good to hear your voice, girl.
Yeah.
Amazing. Can't wait to see you again soon, one day. Kathleen and Natasha, lay it on me.
Okay, unmuted. Yay. And I'll step back. Hi. On my stick, I wrote passion, just one word, just because I'm looking for passion in my life, passion in my relationship, and to actually just find something I can fall in love with again. I found life has just become completely mundane, and I don't feel the passion in my life. So that is my goal, to be my main focus for a long time, I hope.
Okay. Natasha, where you at, girl?
Hey, I am here, but I'm not ready yet because I was slightly interrupted from everything. So I was just working on it. I think probably my main focus, something that I want to be my superpower, would be better organization. My life can be very chaotic at times. And so it would be really nice just to find some peace and some organization when it comes to like time and money management, and there's not enough hours in the day and I just get overwhelmed at times. So it'd be nice to be more organized and focused and peaceful. So I guess those are going to be my superpowers at some point, hopefully.
With 9 kids, you have a superpower already. You just
yes, and that's my chaos, which is great. But also it'd be cool to balance it out a little. So
absolutely, absolutely. So I want to just, you know, remind everyone that these, you know, these things, these superpowers, these things that we're putting together today to remind ourselves, they're really just simply a reminder. And, you know, when we walk away from today, I want to encourage you to remind yourself, you know, look at the thing that makes you smile, you know, write a sticky note on your bathroom mirror, like all the things, you know, you see it all the time on Facebook, and, you know, just to do that. So we're going to move into the next piece of our morning.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is this?
I can't see what you have.
It's the ruins. The runes.
The rune thing.
We are working on that. Next.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't get any runes, so I was like, is this just a guideline? I wasn't sure.
We're gonna do a little crafty craft.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is, and we're in a large group, so I appreciate that it's tricky, and I'm really trying to decide how we're gonna do it, because it's the fear release, and I want to give people the opportunity. And we were gonna go into breakout rooms, but I really don't want to. If people decide that they want to turn their camera off because they have done their own and they're going to spend a bit of time reflecting and they want to press mute, close your camera, totally fine. Take the time you need. There's a large group of us. Some of you guys may want to talk through your fear release with us, and you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to click your hand thing, and that's that. And some of you may not. Awesome, thank you. If everyone can grab, if you don't have one, like something, I don't know, this is, Tara, grab me this, it's beautiful. So just like something with water in it, a cup, a bowl, something if you have that has water in it. You also are going to need these 2 pieces of paper, or however many pieces of paper you have, the vanishing paper. And you're going to need a pen. So either the Sharpie, or if you don't want to write in Sharpie because you're writing like on your lap, just a regular pen is cool. And then you're going to grab this cleansing spray that everyone should have in their box. Shit, sorry. See me dropping my stuff all in one thing. Okay. So I am really bad, as you know earlier, for not saying things like trigger warning, like, you know, when you read something on Facebook and someone doesn't say trigger warning and then you see something really triggering and it's hard for you. So what I want to say to everyone is, once you do your fear release, either you want to do it quietly while other people are doing theirs. You want to say it out loud because you need the connection of the group. That's totally cool too. You've done yours, you want to turn off your camera, you want to mute your screen so you can spend a bit of time. That's okay too. But I do want to, you know, just preface it with that. Give everyone another minute to get their stuff. And I am going to, oh, I already have, yeah. No, that's fine. So as I talked about at the beginning, my connection to sacred surrogacy really was through the opportunity to let go of the fears that and the things that were holding me back from my best life. And I used to think it needed to be something super big because I'm a very all or nothing person. And then I realized that if I was able to let go of the small things, they would make room for the big things. They would give me space to let go of other things and more things and big things and all of the things. Now, by doing a fear release, it doesn't mean that it's gone forever. This isn't like magic. I mean, it is magic, but it isn't. You know, we still, you know, there are some things that each week I do this to let go of things. Not for them, but for me, because it is just too heavy. So if you feel like there's something in your life that is too heavy to carry anymore, you're just done. Like, you're just like, I can't carry this anymore. Now is an opportunity, as scary as it is, but you don't have to say it out loud. Or maybe you want to say it out loud. Finally, after 20 years of carrying this shit, you want to just be done. Then you do that. And you click the hand button. You make your proclamation. I'm going to show you guys how this works. And I'm going to encourage you, as I encouraged you with the power sticks. This is an amazing thing for kids. My now 17-year-old, but you know, when she was 13, 14, when I started doing this, she'd come in from school, she'd grab a pot. I mean, we're fresh mouth. Anyone on here knows, I swear. She'd grab a piece of paper, she'd start writing something down. She'd grab a pot from underneath the sink. My teacher's at this, my teacher's at that, and she'd start writing her stuff down, put it on the porch, get a barbecue lighter, light it, come back in. I'm hungry, what's for dinner? But it was in those moments of a child, you know, and if we had these skills as kids, like, our lives would likely be a bit different, right? We'd have this outlet, this way to let go of things. Because when we don't let go of things, they destroy us. They don't destroy the other person because the other person's sleeping at night because they don't even think about it. It's us that is being destroyed by these things. So I want to give an example of some things. So sometimes it's a who. Sometimes it's letting go of other people's opinions. So you might write down your mother-in-law's opinion of you. What? It might be trauma that's occurred in your life. Currently occurring, past occurring. You know, where, you know, where are you going to let this go? Are you going to let it go today? Or are you going to write it down and then hang on to it because you need to find the place to let it go? I'd encourage you to do it now, but it can really be done with this vanishing paper we're going to use. It can be done with a piece of wood you throw in the fire. It can be a paper airplane that you fly out of your apartment building, whatever it is. When? Sometimes I'm doing this weekly, and sometimes it is out of desperation. And it's just, I'm going to let go of something today, and I don't know if it's going to work, but fuck, if it works, like, you know, I can breathe. And how? However you want. Big thing, small thing. You know, I found I was holding on to this pain and trauma that I had and making it such a part of my life in this sneaky way. So, you know, today I choose to let go of my pain through meditation, fear release, setting intentions, and of course, fear releases. And I do that because I was holding on. So I'm going to put some music for a minute for you guys just to sort of think about what you're going to write down. You're going to write it down on this piece of paper. You can write down 100 things. You can write down one thing. And then like literally a minute of this music. And then we're going to join back together and people are going to decide if they want. I just need the phone. I don't need that.
You don't use this?
No, that's good.
11:30.
Thank you. Sorry, we have all these like tablets and different things we're using to have some music. Can everyone hear this music? Okay, so just take a moment, write that shit down, and then we're gonna reconvene in a sec.
I get down on my knees and pray from time